Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast coming up next. Yeah, you know we had to bring it over here and talk about this. Westside Gunn versus WWE. We gonna give you the scoop coming up next.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.
We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Yeah. So you see the topic of discussion. You might have heard my rant earlier today on this issue and me display my disdain towards this whole situation and why I felt that it didn't make any sense whatsoever. But we found out some new info, and I'm going to allow my partner in crime to, let us know what's going on. Go ahead, bro.
Special shout out to the homie, friend of the show, Dadrian.
Yeah.
I am on his wrestling channel, and he announced, I believe it was earlier today or maybe late yesterday, is one of the two, that this whole thing with Westside Gunn and WWE actually happened back in March. Which makes sense because I didn't think that the WWE had been in Buffalo recently. So that would make sense. So the question is, if this happened back in March, we're at the beginning, almost the middle of November. Why is it just now coming out?
That I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know why is it just coming out right now. I think there was a lot of technicalities, most likely behind the scenes, and WWE don't want to look bad at this point. And we talked about this off camera. They're at a sense of desperation right now, as far as their product. So they probably didn't want to look bad in the community, especially with our culture. So that's why they probably didn't come out right away. But look, behold, this is what we have right now, and they're catching major heat for it. Here's what I have to say. Then I'm gonna let you get back to it. Here's what I have to say, right? And I spoke about it earlier, right? Now, if you're a fan of Griselda like we are, then you know Westside Gunn has been incorporating professional wrestling in his music for some years now, right? My whole thing is this, and I said it before on Bars Wrestling Media. I said it before, right? If you felt that way now, then what's going to stop you from not feeling that way years ago? Because not for nothing, Westside Gunn has been putting this type of stuff in his music for years. I'm not talking about 2, 3. I'm talking about a good maybe 5 and some change. Okay? And if you've been following the Griselda movement, you would know that. That's why I get mad at the IWC, because they're talking as if like the guy just like out of nowhere just started stealing stuff. There had to be some sort of agreement in between this whole situation, because there ain't no way on God's green earth you're going to have music streaming on your on all platforms with this stuff on there, and you ain't going to have some sort of permission. That's why I feel like a lot of you people in IWC are dumb as hell, because like he's a music artist. He got his own label. He got his own wrestling promotion. He got distribution from Rock Nation. Do you think that this guy is that crazy that he's just going to snatch something from $1 billion company and not have some sort of rights to it, or some sort of like, permission to use it? The thing is, WWE was using that to their advantage because they know that he has connections to the culture, connections to the masses. So they said, hey, why not let this guy come to our shows? He's already paying 5K, 10K, whatever he's paying for seats. Let him come to our shows. Let him do this. Because not for nothing, before this situation occurred, he had a very good relationship with WWE. Don't you, WWE, try to front. Don't you try to front. It's documented. I've seen videos which you guys show Westside Gunn on camera, just like he was shown on camera in AEW. I've seen it. It's been documented. I've also seen backstage stuff with the wrestlers and Westside Gunn. So I'm not going to buy it that all of a sudden you guys got this problem with Westside Gunn. I'm not buying it. Something along the lines went wrong, and then you guys decided to go and remove this guy for whatever reason. Something went wrong, and it's not cool that you did that, especially considering the fact that this guy has supported your movement even when the movement was sucked. I mean, toilet water, trash, garbage juice. He still supported you. Still did that. Still spent his hard-earned money to support your product, and this is what you do. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But like a good friend of our show would say, I digress. Go ahead, bro.
Don't digress. Let it out. Because what they also don't realize is that Westside Gunn runs his own wrestling promotion.
Mm-hmm.
You just missed out on a partnership, bro.
Right?
And now somebody else is gonna come in and swoop in and want to work with Westside Gunn. Probably Tony Khan is gonna want to work with Westside
What?
Gunn.
Hey,
And
not to cut you off, but I just want to say one thing. If I'm AEW, this is the ultimate payback. I do a forbidden door and I add fourth rope and I bring in Zilla and all them dudes from fourth rope in a forbidden door. If I'm Tony Khan, that's exactly what I'm doing. Go ahead, bro.
so, but yeah, that's all I was saying. Like, if you're WWE, you just missed out on a partnership with another wrestling company, and now another wrestling company is going to swoop in and take advantage of that, and then you're going to start seeing these other companies that's not TNA or AAA, of course, not want to let their brands work with them anymore, because more and more every single day this company is showing their true colors. They don't care about nobody else. I don't know if it's you would think after Triple H saw how Vince McMahon was just alienating everybody, that he would want to run the company totally different. Now I get it. There's Nick Khan and there's TKO Endeavor and stuff like that. But the last thing you want to do is alienate people that could possibly help you out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why you would want to do that to somebody who's been it's well documented that this dude is a huge wrestling / WWE fan. Like, I'm almost positive that if they were to give him the choice to go to a WWE show or an AEW show, he would have chose WWE.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand, if you're Triple H, if you're Nick Khan, if you're the Shapiro dude that's the head of TKO Endeavor, why you want to do something like that? So they're like, all of 2025 has been nothing but bad PR after bad PR after bad PR after bad PR for WWE. and they are the only ones that can't see it. The fans see it. Other wrestling promotions see it. You don't think Tony Khan is taking advantage of the bad PR that WWE's getting? Everything that WWE's doing that's bad, Tony Khan is doing the opposite. Why do you think AEW has gained so much steam in 2025? Because he's doing the exact opposite of what WWE is doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
don't, I don't get it, honestly. Maybe it's not for me to get. You know, we're just passionate fans that love the sport. Maybe it's not for us to get. But what I will say is, more and more every single day, they're showing this. We had this conversation the other day. They're showing their racism side because I guarantee they wouldn't do that to Jelly Roll. I guarantee you they wouldn't do that to Post Malone, who we've seen over and over and over again at these WWE shows. Guarantee they wouldn't do that to them, but they do it to Westside Gunn.
The thing that really gets me is that, and I just go back to say it and reiterate it again. If you felt this way, then why didn't you say something in the beginning when you first noticed it? You know what I'm saying? Now, not for nothing, there has been reports of a certain WWE personnel or whatever having it out for Westside Gunn a few times. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that personnel was removed because I remember Westside Gunn having an issue with some WWE personnel way back, and the guy was fired or removed or along those lines. I don't know. But this is why I said like WWE and Westside Gunn have history. So it's like all of a sudden you don't know who he is now. And I get it. This has probably have a lot to do with TKO because TKO is not in the know of what WWE really does. People want to think that they are, but they're not, and they don't care. They don't care about that stuff. All they care about is the money. All they care about is the money and the business side. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the networking and connects that WWE has with music in general, besides the musicians that we already have seen on WWE programming, which are not genuine fans, by the way. If you were asked besides Jelly Roll, if you were asked these people what a arm drag or a wrist lock was, they wouldn't be able to tell you because they're not genuine fans of the product. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, who's really losing? Is it Westside or is it WWE? I'm sure, 100% sure it's not Westside that's losing in this. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his own promotion. You know what I mean? He promotes his wrestlers. And on top of that, you know what's really crazy? He got former WWE wrestlers holding his belts. The Hardy Boys, tag team champions of Fourth Rope. Real One, a.k.a. Enzo Amore, is the flyweight champion. Come on, bro. Like, are you serious, WWE? Are you really serious? And I'm so passionate about this topic because, like, I really do see the unfairness in this whole situation. I really do see it. And I don't think it's right what they're doing. I don't think it's right at all.
It's just not good. It's not like I said earlier, the PR in 2025 for the WWE has been bad on top of bad on top of bad. I mean, and then you add in this. I get it. Shout out to Daydream reporting that this actually happened back in March. So this is even before WrestleMania. I get that.
Mm.
But it still happened in 2025 and it still looks bad.
Yep.
It still looks bad. I mean, y'all, there's a bunch of people out there tripping out that Triple H went to the White House, not once, but a few times. Them been to the White House. And then you got the Westside Gunn stuff going on. And Then you got allegations of racism being thrown at Triple H. The only way that the WWE is going to start to save face, it seems to me, as much as I hate to say it, is somebody's going to have to make the choice to part ways with Triple H. There's one thing that I will say, like we all know Vince McMahon is a piece of garbage. Like my boy here says, toilet water. He's toilet water. But if you remember, if you think about everything that Vince McMahon did, you never saw his face on the promos unless he was part of the show. Mm-hmm. Why is it that we're seeing Triple H on all the promos for the shows and he's not even in the show? It's like, so at some point, you're going to have to get back to wrestling. You have to get back into the good graces of people like Westside Gunn. Because Westside Gunn is going to give you promotion with his own promotion.
Yes.
You're going to have to get in the good graces with the fans. There's so many fans that you can go on TikTok and find right now. They gave up on WWE after WrestleMania, some after SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. Like, WWE has been dumpster juice, straight dumpster juice for 2025. How do you go into this messing up John Cena's heel turn? Everybody's been wanting John Cena to turn heel for years and years and years and years and years. They finally do it, and you fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. He even said it. He even said it too. Like, he ain't said it in the way that we say it, but he definitely said it that, yeah, they messed up his heel turn. So, and now, to end 2025, we got something else like this happening. Mm-hmm. Westside Gunn. Like, I hope and pray WWE goes into 2026 with a redemption story, because 2025 was straight hot, nasty, steaming, fly-riddled garbage. Mm-hmm. And they got the first thing I feel like they need to do is every bridge that they burned, do whatever they can to rebuild it. Because more and more fans are going to start to leave. More and more fans are going to start to leave. I mean, we've already seen it with SmackDown. We've seen what SmackDown look like. We see they were so many reports and pictures of SmackDown audience. Y'all like to talk about the AEW audience, right? How the seats ain't packed. Look at the SmackDown audience. Look at the SmackDown audience looked like they was in a gymnasium. Okay? So let that sink in. Let that sink in. My, had the great have fallen. Okay? Let that sink in for a bit. Okay? So look, as much as I love professional wrestling, as much as I love both promotions and all promotions of all kinds, you know what I'm saying? I'm not holding no punches, because I feel as if you've been in the business for this long, you should know better. You should know better. As much as I disliked what Vince McMahon did here and there, I don't think he would have allowed this type of thing to get out to public. He would have found somewhere behind the scenes to make this right between Westside Gunn and WWE. I definitely think he would have did that. And mind you, I might be wrong. Because he does have his ways too. But I think because of press, we would have never heard about this. You know what I'm saying? And if we did hear about it, we heard about it late, obviously. Obviously, we heard about it late. But if we did hear about it, you know what I'm saying? He would have already had made it right. So this would have been old news. You know what I'm saying? Which is technically old news, but you guys know what I mean. But, you know, he's not here, so that's neither to say or whatever. But like I said, man, this ain't cool. This is not cool. With all the heat that y'all got against y'all, then to have this come out, this is not cool. And I feel like it's only going to get worse, because I feel like they're allowing TKO too much creative control. They're allowing TKO to navigate the ship too much. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that, you know. I believe that 110%. So I don't know, man. Like this.
This Westside Gun stuff is just crazy, and like I said, it's just a feather in the cap of bad PR for 2025 for the biggest wrestler company in the world. It's a feather in the cap. Now, could it get worse? Absolutely. Something else crazy could happen. But as of right now, they better hope that this Westside Gun story is the last story of bad PR for them for the rest of this year, or they're this could end up being probably the worst year since the I don't know, since the days of the big dog Roman Reigns getting dog food poured on him.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, what else? I mean, what else can you say? You know, it's just not right. You know, it's so many things that's wrong with this whole situation. And to see this happen to somebody who is as passionate as Westside Gunn as far as professional wrestling, I mean, honestly speaking, how many hip hop rappers do you know that confesses that they are this passionate about professional wrestling, the art form? How many hip hop?
There's only one, maybe two that I can think of that are this passionate, and then one of them being Wale.
Okay, Wale, yeah, I give you that. That's one. That's one. Who's
Wale,
that?
maybe I don't know if he's as passionate as Westside Gunn and Wale, but Two Chains.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if he's as passionate as the first two though.
yeah, I can see, I can see that. Yeah,
But Westside Gunn and Wale are the first rappers that you think of when it comes to professional wrestling. I mean,
definitely.
Wale's even gone as far as producing songs for some of their pay-per-views or PLEs, my bad. Some of
Yeah,
their PLEs. Wale
yeah.
has done that. So
He got Wally Mania too. He got Wally Mania too, which is a big showcase of pro wrestlers from all walks of life coming together and having a good time. You know, so hey man, I like I said, man, this is whack. This is whack, you know, and I you I don't see it getting any better for WWE. This for the rest of this year. I think there's gonna be more bad press coming out before we
they
see
better hope
anything
not.
good. I think there's gonna be a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say that there's not some stuff going on behind the scenes that we just didn't find out yet? I mean, we found out about this late. You said Daydream. Shout out to Daydream. This happened back in March. Why are we hearing about it now? They probably was trying to keep it under wraps. But you see, it's out now. So
Time will only tell, man. Time will only tell.
for
Like I
sure.
said before, and I'm gonna say it one more time before we get off of here. They better hope that this is the last one.
Better hope. Better hope. For sure. For sure. Anything else, bro?
That's all I got, bro. Like they just need to get their stuff together. 2026 is, I believe, 2026 is going to make or break the WWE because it's been bad this year. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, it's your boys, podcast champions of the world. We'll be back with another one. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.